In this video, we're going to have a look at the markers layer in the Azure Maps visual in Power BI, specifically the new custom map markers. We're going to have a look at some of its basic components, as well as some ideas on how you can utilize this to create and tell better stories. All of that and more, so without further ado, let's jump in. So Azure Maps is a visual that allows you to overlay your own spatial data on top of a map. This allows you to tell better stories, especially if your data is location bound. Now, we're not going to go through the basics of how to use the Azure Maps and some of its other components because I did cover it already in another video. We're going to look at specifically the custom map markers, which is a new feature that came out as part of the January 2026 update. So to get started, let's first bring in the Azure Maps visual into our report page here. I'm just gonna make it a little bit bigger here. Then we need to bring in our data. Now, I've prepared a table here with a list of different cities to start with. So we simply need to drag these city names into the location field well so that they are now marked in our Azure map. And now if we go to the Format Your Visual pane, you'll notice that the marker layer is turned on by default, and this is what controls how the map is being marked. Under the markers layer, there are a bunch of options that you can adjust here. But what we're actually interested in is the markers group here. There are a bunch of interesting properties in this group, but let's just have a look at a few interesting ones. First is the icon, which controls what is being shown on the screen at the moment. So you can change that to be something like maybe a pin or maybe something else like a different shape. You have size to control the size of these different icons as well as their rotation. You can also change the category for which the settings are being applied to. So for example, all the changes that we've made so far applies to all the different points in our map. But let's say you want to just change it to New York, for example, and we want to have that icon to be a flag, a different color, or slightly bigger. That gives you a different distinct change for that icon for that point in your map. Unfortunately though, there is no way for you to dynamically control which icons are being shown based on the data that you have set up. You have to do it manually like this, setting them up individually per point or per marker that you want. Or you can use the different marker type, which is the image, which allows you to create some more dynamic control over what kind of icons are being shown on the screen. So we're going to have a look at that in a second. So for now, what we're going to do is just reset to defaults, just to go back to where we were. What you'll notice in some of these properties is that although you can't control a lot of them dynamically, like the icon, for example, you can control other elements here, like the rotation, for example. You can create some conditional formatting here to change its values dynamically based on your data. It's denoted by this FX button that's always next to this property. This is handy if the direction or the rotation is important to visualize in your map, and the Power BI team actually showed us an example for this kind of situation, which would be the most common thing, would be flight paths. In our data table, we already have a rotation, which denotes to which area the plane is going to based on their path. So what we're going to do is just leverage that. So from here, what we're going to do is just change the icon, first of all, to a plane like this. Just make it a little bit bigger. Change the color, and then under the rotation, we'll change the conditional formatting and this value to be based on the location, on the rotation here. And there we go. So it's now pointing to the correct city where it's going to with the path. Since the marker layer is one of the many layers in Azure Maps, you can use this in combination with other layers as well to tell better stories. In one of my previous videos, I showed you how you can draw paths between 2 points in a map by creating or having just path IDs and path orders, both of which are already defined in this table here. In fact, I'm just reusing the same table from that video. All we need to do is to essentially take these values, the path ID and path order, and put them into our field wells. So we're gonna drag in path ID and path order. And there you go. So those paths are now drawn in the map connecting the marker planes to where they're going to and going from. Now let's have a look at an interesting one here, marker type. So we didn't really look at it earlier, but we'll go back to the formats here visual here and under markers. You notice here that you can use icons here, which will give you a selection of icons to choose from. And it will also give you an option to use an image instead. Now the tooltip here says that you can use different images sourced online as long as you have the URL for it, like a PNG, JPEG, or a GIF file, or you can also control it using an SVG. In the official Microsoft documentation, it gives you some information about the marker layer and some of its features, along with how to use SVGs with this image. And in fact, what they've done here is that they've given us an example here of an SVG that you can copy and paste just to see how this would look like. So let's just copy this for now, and then let's go back to our report here and then simply paste that URL here. And as you can see, it allows you to show an image or a custom icon, a custom image that wasn't previously available in the icon marker type. This opens up a lot of opportunities for customization because it gives you some dynamic control over what the image is being shown and how it's being showed. Maybe colors, rotations, or even different types of images. So let's have a look at a more realistic example of how and when you would use this kind of customization. So in my other page here, I have a list of various points of interest in the London area. I also have some of their categories, so what type of establishments they are. And if you go to the table view here, I not only have that, I also have their location in longitude and latitude, but also the individual SVG for each of these establishments. And these SVGs essentially control how the establishment will show up in the map. So in this case, I want to show different pins based on the type of or what category they belong to, similar to Google Maps. So if we go back to the report view here, let's try to visualize this. So we're gonna bring in Azure Maps like before, just make it a little bit bigger. And then for the location, we'll bring in the latitude and longitude values on the correct field wells. And then on the format your visual under markers, instead of icon, we'll change that to an image. And then we'll change the conditional formatting of this to be based on the SVG. So under locations, SVG, we'll just make this a little bit bigger. And there you go. So this is an idea on how you would use this image to visualize various elements in your map. So, you'd be able to interact with it similar to Google Maps, and it will have different icons depending on the type of establishment it is. And that's really it for this video. I hope this has given you some ideas on some of the ways that you can create some dynamic elements and customizations and integrate it as part of your Azure Map visuals. If you want to learn more about the Azure Map visual, some of its other elements, and as well as the kind of the marker type stuff, I'll leave a link to the official Microsoft documentation in the description box below.